This event is the Swedish Enduro Cup. Always a great place to try out exciting new bikes.
So I waited for too long to test that bike. That's the Trek Fuel EXe. So you probably know everything you need to know about this bike already. But this is a Trek Fuel EXe. It's size large, I think. It's got a 50 Nm motor and 350 Wh battery. And it's supposed to be dead silent. Let's see about that. So this is a Trek 9.8 version. It only comes in a carbon frame. This bike has got an XT drivetrain, code brakes. And it's also got a carbon handlebar. It's a Race Shop Limited. And it's a very neat little display there. Finally, other manufacturers have learned from Specialized. And that controller over there, it's super minimalistic. Just the way we want it. This 9.8 version has got a Lyric up front and a piggyback shock in the rear. I have no idea about the travel, guessing 150. And this bike is very easy to customize. I think you can change the head angle, and there's also flip chip in the rear there, much like Specialized bikes. So you can customize this bike to be whatever you want, really. Yeah, so I don't think I need to repeat what everyone else has already told you about this bike. So let's go for a test ride, and I want to see if this motor is as strong or stronger than the SL 1.1 motor from Specialized.
Riding here on gravel, the motor is dead silent. In the woods, when there's no wind, I can barely hear the motor. The GoPro amplifies this type of noise, so it's actually quieter in reality. So when it comes to noise, this motor works as advertised. When it comes to raw power, it's a different story, unfortunately. I have Specialized SL 1.1 motor in mind, which I rode extensively only a few weeks ago. That motor has got 35 Nm of peak torque, and the motor from Trek and TQ is supposed to have 50 Nm. But after having tested a number of eMTBs by now, I've learned that torque figures are only numbers on a piece of paper. I don't experience the TQ motor on the Trek much more powerful than the SL 1.1 motor. Maybe a tiny bit. There's very little low-end grunt, and the power kicks in first when I built up some RPMs. I'm a bit disappointed actually, as I thought this should be a mid-power motor, but I feel it's not. This is all fine if you don't look for lots of power in your bike, but rather for an incredibly stealthy, silent and refined trail bike. The bike itself is a wonderful piece of art, and it's very lively compared to the other full-fat eMTBs at this event. It's competent too, and with only a little more power, this bike would have sailed up to near the top of my wish list. My GoPro wanted to turn the image upside down in the steeper parts, so unfortunately I haven't got very good images here. We might as well call it a day, but I hope you got something out of this video. More of these quick tests is on the way.